Good morning, everybody. This is Father Fish, and today we're going to talk about Amphuma, Sirens, and African lungfish. We've got all three here, and I want to distinguish them for you because they're easy to get confused about. The Amphuma and the siren are swamp monsters. They live in swampy areas all throughout the southeast part of the United States. They're all over Florida, Georgia, up into the Carolinas. They're in Tennessee. They get as far north as Kentucky, Mississippi, Alabama. They're all throughout the South, primarily in swampy areas. In the tanks alongside me here are three Florida sirens. I'm going to stick my hand in here to get them moving so you can get a better view of them. There's one. Here's another. Look at that. I got hold of him. He's letting me hold him, which they don't always do. Here he is. Can you see that? When we're watching this, this is pretty cool. And see his little feet? He has two front feet. We'll pick him up again if he comes over close enough. He has two front feet and no back feet. He doesn't want me to hold him now. I woke him up. See the front feet?
Never seen a fish with feet.
Well, they're not a fish. They're a reptile. They're in the reptile family. They are a salamander. They are a type of salamander that does not come out of the water very much. Now, the biggest one in here was caught in a rainstorm on a road, a back road here in Florida, about 2.5, 3 years ago. That's the one you're looking at. So he was out of the water. Probably it's a female that was looking either for a mate or a place to nest, or just moving from one body of water to another. Okay, so that's a siren. You see the markings on it. They're kind of mottled, but sort of pale mottling. Nothing really particularly stunning. There is another strain of these that's more black with white spots. I have not been able to find any of those. So we do have these. These are sirens, S-I-R-E-N. It's a salamander that gets upwards of 2 feet long. These are about 18 to 20 inches. This guy is almost 2 foot. He's getting pretty big. So let's go to the back of the shop now, where I want to show you a few other species. Then we'll look at some Amphuma, which is another native salamander, and for comparison, an African lungfish that has, instead of feet, it has paddles. Let's go look at those. Well, what we're looking at right now is a tank. It's got a lot of mulm in it because we try not to disturb this guy. He's an Amphuma, also called a two-toed salamander. He's obviously not as fat. He has a tiny front feet and tiny back feet. And two toes. And I don't know if you can even see, they're so tiny. Very tiny feet, front and back. So obviously they're vestigial. Doesn't really use them for anything. Not nearly as big around but they do get every bit as long. So this is an Amphuma, two-toed salamander. Now let's move down to one more down. Well, okay. Yeah, let's do these. This is two more sirens. And they use their feet. You can see they're actually paddling with their front feet. I got them all excited. All right, now let's go down one more. This is an African lungfish. And it has what we refer to as paddles. And it has 4 of them. So we can lift him up. These get considerably larger. This guy's about 14, 16 inches. They'll get like upwards of 2 foot long. And there you can see his paddles. African lungfish. Now, in the dry season, they will create a mud cocoon that they will live in when the pond dries out. They'll maintain a little breathing hole so they can breathe, but the mud case will hold their humidity up enough that they'll be able to live through a dry season. All right, now I'll tell you what we want to do. Let's try feeding them. Now that I've got them all upset, they're probably not going to eat, but we'll give it a go. These are worms, regular old worms. He's probably going to ignore it for a while. Let's see if we can get somebody eating. I'll tell you what, let's come down here where there's some that are not upset and see if we can get them. We've got 2 of them in here. We have about 10 of these sirens. We caught them all at once. They were in a breeding colony. So we've got, is that it? I thought I had, yeah, down here. A couple more down here. We're not getting a lot of feeding action here, are we? Let's go back and, oh, here we go. You got them. Look at that. Snarf, snarf. Let's go back and see if anything else is going on. He's coming up on it. Yep, there we go. Looking, oh, you got it. Just that quick. And gone. And another one. There we go. And gone. So he's hunting too. Look at this. Did the African take any? I don't think he did. Whoop. There we go.
Is it coming out of his gills?
Yeah, it is.
Holy crap.
Yeah. He's gonna have to re-swallow it. That's weird. Yeah, the worm is escaping.
Yeah, he doesn't seem to care.
He's got one in his mouth and 2 coming out of each gill. Gotta be the
You got it,
weirdest
buddy.
thing you've ever seen. Here, get him from the top. Can you see him?
Yeah.
It's gonna come all the way out, and then he'll try to get it. It didn't get down the gullet. It just got to the gill plate. Well, is he gonna eat it out of the other one? He might.
That's what I'm waiting for.
You know what? He's swallowing it. He's swallowing it, and it's going down. I don't know if you can tell.
Good for him, man.
Pretty cool.
He's not done yet.
One more. Nosing right up to it. He's got such a mouthful. He can't handle another one. What's the lungfish doing? Anything at all?
No, same thing he always does.
I don't even see. I see one worm down there. Let's put one up here.
You want me to get the frozen turkey and warm some up?
Yeah, the worms will do. He'll do worms. If he's gonna do anything, he'll do worms. He's being very shy, isn't he?
He always is. I don't think I've ever seen him eat.
Really?
I've fed him a lot of turkey, but I've never
Oh.
seen him eat it.
All right. I'll tell you what, we got a few worms left. Let's go up front. And we'll do a final feeding of the 3 salamanders up front. We get another thing of worms here. All right. Let's go up front. Oh wait, we were gonna take one up, weren't we? Let's do this. This will be fun. We're gonna catch one. Let's see. Let's try to get one of these. You with me? And then that, and then the net. Once they're in the net, they can't get out. They don't have enough body strength to stand up. They squirm a lot, so they can squirm around. You can see them squirming around in there and flopping and bouncing, but he can't lift himself up to be able to get out. So he's pretty well trapped in here. All right. There's a metal screen on here because it just holds better. And he's in the water, and there he goes. He's going to be all over. So I think all I'm going to try to do now is get a few worms that we can put in here. They're going to be too upset probably to do much right away, but here's a nice big clump of worms. Let's put them kind of in front here where we can see them. And then we'll see who goes for them, if anybody. Probably take them a while to find them. These guys are all upset. Well, there's somebody moving in the back. Yep, he's sneaking up on him. Got one.
As he lurks back into the shadows.
Yeah, and sneaks back. Did we feed? We didn't feed the Amphuma, did we? Let's go back. Let me go back and do that. Forgot the net. Oh well. We're walking through the saltwater section here. I don't have any. Oh, you know what? I do have something that'll eat a worm.
Oh yeah, we do.
And he was right here. You see him? There's his eye. Let's see if he'll get interested.
I got shrimp if you want to eat that.
He may not be interested in the worm. You looking at it? What's this called? A lizard fish.
You guys see there's a circle in the
You
middle
see
of your
his eye,
screen. That's
right.
the eye. That's all you can see.
He's not showing any real interest. Let's get him out so we can see it. There he goes.
He's a very,
See
very
him.
aggressive fish.
Berries very quickly. Okay, we're going to give the Amphuma a worm or two. Where is he? Here. Put the rest in here with these guys. Okay, so, is he eating? I think he is. Yeah, he's got him. Can you see him? We're bringing up right above. He's got him in his mouth. He's working it down. It's a big worm, and he's not all that big, but he's doing pretty good. He's still kind of swallowing one bite at a time.
And if you didn't know, you'd think these are snakes.
Yeah, see him swallowing? Definitely getting there.
It looks like you got it.
Yep, all the way down. How about that? Good job, little guy. No worms left in there. Got them all. And he's after the other one already. Sneaking up on it, he is.
He's blinder than a bat. You see him striking at it even though he's not there.
Yeah, they don't have any usable eyes. It's not going to grab it in the middle. Yep, I think we're done. Okay. All right, so I hope that helps to explain who these guys are, what they look like, and a little bit about their behavior. They don't bite. They're not dangerous. They don't have any teeth. They're a salamander, after all, like a frog. Frogs don't have any teeth either. They may have a rigid a gum ridge that'll help them hold, but they don't have teeth, so they can't really bite and pierce anything. They're wonderful as pets. They live very effectively, very easily, and very well. in water that doesn't have very much attention paid to it. They can live in pretty balmy circumstances. In point of fact, in the wild, they live very often in mud, pure mud. So they're an air breather. They don't require a lot of oxygen in the water. They're easy to keep. They're a great pet, and you can feed them worms. You can feed them other things too, but worms are good. They will also eat crayfish. They love crayfish. So, thanks for plugging in. Good to have you with us. Make sure you catch up with us in the mornings, weekdays 9 Eastern Time, for our live streams where we are in conversation with you and all of our friends about fishy stuff. And on Saturday and Sunday evening at 6 Eastern Time, a family time when we gather together with the children and all of our other pets and just chat and have fun. So see you around all through the week and on our videos here on the Father Fish channel. Bye for now.